All right, tomatoes, you continue to debate. We are continuing rolling out recipes here, and I am doing another recipe, and it's really a favorite condiment here in the Caribbean. Chutney is something that you can get all sorts of varieties, and I'm really doing a simple tomato and onion chutney that will go with my pholourie. So if it's the first time you're hearing that word wherever you're picking up the show, pholourie is really just a little bite of some wonderfulness. It's a flour mix that's done by the National Flour Mills. It's the Lion Brand Pholourie mix. Everything in here you can get and make a wonderful pholourie. That pholourie is going to go perfect with my tomato onion chutney. But let me just show you how easy it is. I am not a pholourie maker by any chance, but I tell you, it's so easy when you have this instant pholourie mix. All you do is you pour an entire pack of the Lion Brand Pholourie mix in a bowl, and to that you add a cup of water very slowly. I need my spatula, so I have a spatula in the back here that I'll just get. And you just add it and start creating the dough. It comes together very, very easily. So whatever magic mixture is in here, Lion Brand has made sure, you see it's turning pholourie, it's white, but all of a sudden, you add the water and it's turning into a pholourie dough, just like that. Lion Brand Pholourie mix and you have pholourie. So what I can do is just make sure that my oil is hot. So I have some oil here. I'll get that going, and this needs to rest for, I would say, just about 2 minutes. No longer than 2 to 3 minutes. Just needs to rest before you fry up your pholourie. In the meantime, I'm going to focus on my tomato onion chutney that will go perfectly well with that pholourie. All I'm doing, guys, I'm taking the beautiful tomatoes that I got at Namdefco Market this week, and very simple chop. The blender is going to take care of everything. This tomato chutney is really, really simple. I think I have just about enough tomatoes in there. The thing about this is that the juicier your tomatoes are, I think the better this dish comes out. Not that if it's not ripe, juicy tomatoes, you can't make it, but the juicier your tomatoes are, yeah, the better this dish comes out. I have one onion that I will chop up here, and I'll get right in there. So it's tomato onion, that's really the base. But I just wanted to add another layer. I have some garlic. 4 whole garlic cloves goes in there. I'm a medium pepper kind of guy, as I've been telling you. But for people who really like, and this is a dish that you have with pepper mouth. People like, this is a pepper mouth dish. So let's get a little spicy. Let's get a little spicy. But you can control the spice based on how much pepper flakes you add. This here, guys, is a tamarind sauce, and it really just gives it that little tamarind sauce that you can get any of the supermarkets. You can pick it up, and you throw that in there. Gives it that little tartness that I think is necessary to cut the sweetness of the tomatoes. Salt and pepper, season. Salt, some pepper, and in there you can just get about 2 or 3 nice bandania, or as we say, shadow benny here in Trinidad and Tobago. And guys, with that in your blender, you just and once you have that here, you have some oil heating in a pan here. And I am just going to add some mustard seeds, guys. These mustard seeds come in a jar, which is what I'm using today. And it's a lovely, nice tart mustard with the actual mustard seeds. But you can actually also get the mustard seeds itself and throw it in here as well. It gives it a nice layer of flavor that you won't believe. So in some oil, yeah, you toss those mustard seeds in and just allow that to you seeing that pop? And that pop is actually the seeds kind of just popping, and that's exactly what you want. Allow that just to cook for about a minute or so, and while that's doing its thing, you pour your tomato Onion Chutney in there. Just to finish it off, I have a little jeera or cumin that I will just sprinkle. I'll put that on a nice low heat, allow it to simmer. Guess what? I am ready to do my pholourie. So let me give you a quick pholourie story. My oil is hot. Quick pholourie story, guys. I know I must have a story. Look at this. I have a spoonful of this pholourie, and I am going to just drop this in some oil. Bam. Very simple. Spoonful, drop in oil. Around this Queen's Park Savannah, I think it's just opposite QRC, there were a host of pholourie makers, vendors that used to line, and it was amazing to just to see them. They would grab this mixture in their hand, bam, squeeze one, squeeze two, squeeze three, and all the pholourie balls coming out of their hands were in perfect balls, all the same size. God bless them. I have a teaspoon, and I just I measure. So don't be ashamed. Drop your teaspoon and get your perfect measurements, and it just floats up as you see. And when it floats up and ready, sometimes all of them comes out so nice and different shapes. Look at that. Guy has a little nice little extra elbow there. But then each one has a unique shape, a unique size, and they just float up no more than about, as I said, a minute or two, and it cooks so easily, so nicely. But that was a fantastic time around the Savannah back in those days, around the Queen's Park Savannah. I think after a while, those pholourie vendors, they decided to move all the vendors around the Savannah. But it was back in, I think, the early 90s, late 80s, probably even before that, but late 80s, early 90s, I think was the last that you saw those vendors around the Queen's Park Savannah. I think now they've moved to the Queen's Park West. Thanks to this NFM Lion Brand Pholourie mix. Guys, goes perfectly with this tomato onion chutney. Good old pholourie. Home Sweet Home comes to you courtesy Lion Brand, the power behind our great taste traditions.